Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an M18 Hellcat. It's an American Tier 6 turreted tank destroyer, and this one's located on the eastboard of Studzianki under the command of Clammo. Now, the Hellcat is the first American tank destroyer that was built from a chassis that wasn't originally designed for a tank. It was designed specifically for this tank destroyer for the American Tank Destroyer Corps, the group of tanks that were actually specifically charged with destroying enemy tanks rather than just being a tank to destroy enemy troops. Well, it's armed with a 90mm gun, which means it can do 240 alpha and penetrate up to 160mm of armor. But it has very little armor itself, which means it's very fast. It can do 72 kilometers an hour forwards, and well, it's fairly vulnerable to enemy fire, but this tank was one of the fastest tanks on the battlefield, or fastest tank destroyers on the battlefield, which meant it could zoom in, do some damage to the enemy, and zoom back out again before the enemy could do anything back. And that 90mm gun, well, that was very potent. It could be used to attack Tigers and King Tigers, or Tiger 2s. But they didn't actually arm most of the M18s with the 90mm. Most of them had 76mm guns instead. That was more than capable of taking out the Mark 3s and the Mark 4s, which were, and of course the Mark 6s, which are the Panthers. And we're looking for enemy targets. There are quite a few Hellcats still in use, actually. They've, or rather still around. They're lovingly cared for. They're lovely tanks, they really are. And we've got a Muppet on our team. He's just driven into us, IKV 103, and now he's parking in front of us. Oh dear me. Well, I suppose most games have to have a Muppet, and this one is the IKV 103. In actual fact, we're going to come back to that player later on, because he's a troll. And he not only trolls, he tries to kill his own Arty. So he's just being a flaming nuisance. Well, we're watching the tanks in the south at the moment. There's a KV-1 and a Panzer 4H out there. And here comes the IKV 103 again. Now you can see I'm following him because just watch what he gets up to. He starts shooting at our own Arty. Yep. He's trying to troll our Arty. So whilst Clammo is sitting here on the bush line, on the tree line, the IKV is trying to kill his own team and knocking trees down, which of course announces his presence to everyone. And there he's done it again. He's trying to fire at the PP, and he's actually now turned blue. And Clammo's managed to get a hit on the Panzer 4H on the enemy team. It's quite a big hit as well, 223. Can't spot him now anymore though. Let's go to T40, just pops into view temporarily. Right, he's spotted an IKV making its way from the centre line. The enemy one. Here we go. Yes! Nice hit. A high roll, but he was spotted, so because he was only in the bush and wasn't using the bush mechanic, and that's going to attract the attention of the enemy Arty. They do like to kill Hellcats because we're quite deadly. And that one was nearby. That was probably the M44. Oh! That's the SU-122 on the enemy team. And I think the other shell was from the PP, the 105, the FH-18B2. I can still see that IKV 103 being a bit of a nuisance. And he's actually attracting enemy fire now. And he's been killed. He was killed by a KV-1S at the time. And Clammo gets the kill on the Panzer 4.8, but was he seen? Yes, he was. He needs to get out of here again. Another Arty round, maybe inbound. He'll be being followed. Pulls back. Yes, there's the Arty round. That was probably the PP. He's unspotted now, so he can go back up into the bush and spot for the enemy. Well, they're not doing too well at the moment. They're 2 tanks down. And that's going to make Clammo and this Wizzy 131 GFT work all the harder because they're the only ones spotting for the Arty, I'm afraid. Now, the only Arty on their team who's capable of spotting for himself is the Fifi. But he can only see up to 390 meters. And there's one of the enemy now, the Jagdpanzer 4, and he's just tracked him. And the Jagdpanzer 4 has fixed his tracks and he's headed this way. Oh, he bounces around off the side of the vehicle. And he's receiving fire. That was around coming into the Wizzy 131. He's taken around from the Jagdpanzer 4. But the Wizzy 131 GFT saves us by taking him out from a long way away. Now we've had to burn our first aid kit. And here comes our KV-1S. We take him out with 1 shot. But our Wizzy 131 GFT is under assault and we're receiving Arty fire. Got a Super Jumbo after him and a 25 TP. We tried a shot in the Super Jumbo, but we were stunned at the time, so we missed. Can we get closer? We need sight of them. They're the other side of the railway line. Difficult to see them. There's the 25 TP. He's below the ridge line, so we can't hit him. The 131 is being attacked from 2 different directions. He's being killed. We put 1 round into the Super Jumbo and he's killed immediately afterwards by our M44. So that just leaves the enemy with that 25-ton Polish tank, the 25 TP, and of course his 3 Artys versus our 1 Arty left, the M44. We fire a round into the 25 TP, but it doesn't penetrate, which is surprising considering that's a 90mm round. Try and catch a shot on him. Oh, the M44's rammed him. And it's worked out very badly for the M44 and he's been killed. 25 TP backs up. Can we get a shot? He pops up the ridge line. Trying to go unspotted, I think. Oh, beautiful shot into the turret at this range. 110 hit points, but it's now Clammo versus 3 Arty. And I think he'll hang back just here for a little while. There's the Arty rounds coming in. Okay. Now, he needs to get at the other ones as quickly as possible. He's still loaded the APCR. He loaded the APCR to deal with the Super Jumbo and the 25 TP. He could just use standard HE or AP now because they'll penetrate the Arty no problem at all. And I get the feeling that he's actually taking his Hellcat off to the north to approach the enemy Arty from a different angle. One that they won't be expecting. Now, as I said, the Fifi's got a view range of 390 meters, so that's the first Arty that's most likely to spot him, unless of course he comes across one hidden in a bush. And the most likely places that he might find one is either C1 or back at the enemy camp at E1 or potentially in the south by now. But he's headed off down towards the railway line. Now, there might be an enemy Arty. Nope, not in the bushes there. Still got the APCR. Oh, there's the M44. Okay, so he was in the bushes near the cap area. Fires 1 round in, it connects. He's auto-aimed. Fires the 2nd round in as he's pulling back. He gets the kill, but he's wasted 2 rounds of APCR to do it. Could have done it with standard AP. Changing position to cross the railway line because obviously the enemy will expecting you to cross at the point from which he was seen. So he pops up. Oh, he's been seen! Somebody must be close by. And it's the enemy Fifi. There he is. We've auto-aimed on. And it didn't work. Now the reload time on the 90mm gun is about 9 seconds. Ooh. Was it 6 seconds? Trying to remember exactly. about just under 9 seconds, I think. Okay, took a hit from the Su-122A, and we've only got 1 hit point left after those 2 encounters, so we can't afford to take any damage at all. Even a splash would kill us. Okay, we fire around at the BP and miss. He's got a very fast fire rate, that Arty, but he can't shoot at us at the moment. He's under pressure, and we get one big one into his gun shield. One more round should finish him off. Oh, yes! So that is a Pascucci's medal for 2 Arty kills. He just needs to kill the Su-122A, which is actually a very difficult Arty to play because it's got such a narrow arc of fire. Now, if he's got the 152mm gun, a splash kill anywhere near us, or a splash hit anywhere near us, will win the game for the Arty. But if we're first to get the shots, he's the one that's going to suffer. Got only 1 hit point left. Ooh, is he going to find him? Oh, there he is! Spotted him. Now, we stop to shoot at us, and we get the kill shot, and move off straight away to avoid any return fire. Wow. That was a good game, and that was also a Top Gun. Right at the end, with only 1 hit point left, he picks up a Top Gun, and I reckon there's probably a high caliber in here as well. Let's have a look at the end of battle result. It's an ace tanker for Clammo in the M18 Hellcat. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 7. A duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him during the battle, and a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle. But he picked up a Dumitru's medal, and he got that because he killed 3 enemy Artys, and those are fairly difficult to get because you don't often see 3 Artys and then get to kill them all in a game, and he got it in the end game. He also picked up a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a Top Gun for getting 6 kills. Wow, that was pretty exciting towards the end. He got the top damage, 1,961 hit points of damage in that game. The next highest scorer was in fact the Wizzy131 GFT, who saved Clammo's butt by shooting that Jagdpanzer IV in the rear as he was trying to facehug us. He got 1,378 hit points, and then came the VP on the enemy team, 1,312 to him. When it came to kills, again, it's Clammo. He got 6. The next highest scorers got 3. It was the M44s on both teams and the KV-1S. And when it came to base XP, well, he's got top again in all 3 columns. 1,121 base experience points. 820 go to the Wizzy131 GFT, 820. 674 for the M44 of Degobel. If we look at the detail report, we can see he fired 20 90mm rounds during that game. He got 14 direct hits and 11 penetrations, and did damage of 1,961 hit points, of which 612 were at more than 300 meters. He received 2 hits. 1 was a penetration. 5 were as a result of splash damage. The penetration came from the Jagdpanzer IV, by the way. He spotted 5 enemy vehicles, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 6 of them, and did damage assistance of 513 hit points. On a premium count, he earned 34,950 credits, got 13,980 from personal missions payout, and after repair and ammunition resupply, and remember he did waste a few rounds of APCR during that game, he actually ended up with only 1,812 credits to take away. But he did receive 1,682 XP, times 2 for the first victory, 538 from personal missions payout, and took home 3,902 experience points altogether. And the main thing is he did take home 3 epic medals out of that game, and an ace tanker. You can't deny that was very good indeed. And of course, he carried his team towards the end of that game, got more than 1/3 of the enemy team in kills, and well, thanks to that Wizzy131 GFT saving his neck at the right moment, he managed to carry on and win the game for his team. So, if you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.